Alright, welcome back everyone. I'm expecting this to be the final day of this build. Fingers crossed. Gonna try and do it all in one. I think I got everything set up where I can just go straight through putting them together. But if you're new here, before I get going on that, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them mostly in real time, step by step, so you can see all my successes and all my failures, and how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come around. Have fun with it, stay loose, or try to stay loose, to have a good time. If you've seen any kits or models or anything similar to this sort of thing that you'd like to see me give a crack at, feel free to drop it in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to the list. You know, the more I have, the more I can build. The more I can build, the more videos I can make. The more videos I make, the longer this goes on. Pretty simple process, it seems like. But without any further ado, let's grab this first little bit here. And like I say, tonight is mostly assembly. I don't think there's any like little bitty pieces to build. And this got everything pretty well laid out, so I procrastinated on it enough today that I'm hoping it goes as well as I feel like it's going to. Get all our pieces out here, and I think, but I say you can sort of, you can get the glare off there. You can see they provided the outlines of where you're supposed to put things on here, so it makes it a little easier. And I think I'm going to stick with the Gorilla Glue just for expediency tonight, for the most part. There might be a couple of B7000 pieces in here, but I think just to get them on and going, I'm going to go with the Gorilla Glue, Super Glue most of the time. Just dab on the four corners here off this one, I think. Maybe clean off my brush on the last little bit, and then pop you in. Hopefully everything lined up, and pressure on it. Give it a full 10 or 12 seconds. Okay, just pick it up by the piece. Yep, that seemed to do the trick. And let's see here. I'm gonna do these guys first, like I say, and I did go against their recommendations and went below with the these parts. So that might be. So I'm not sure if that was a good or bad idea, but that's what I ended up doing. On this one, let's see which one goes where. Here, the longest one. You appear to be the shortest one, I think. Let's see. I'm going to cheat them. We're looking at the views from this angle, so I'm going to cheat over this away to cover up our outlines. I think I was. You know, just realized the bottles are going to be in each other's way. Looks like. Now I've got to go this far. So I'm going to space those things out to the bottles hit in between, so it's not going to matter where I want to put them, where I can put them. Okay, these two are okay. The top one's the one I'm going to have to modify to zigzag to get it properly in place, I think. So I'm going to start with the bottom. Let's see, on its line over here, so we got the glare may not let us show you, but there's some of the outline is showing up on the back side there. Like I said, that's just because and also that's what created the problem of the shelf brackets getting in the way of the bottles. So I want a nice even coat on there, all the way around. Why not? And get you over and level and pressure. Should be good. Yep, it holds. Okay, now this one, I think it's, yeah, this one's going to work. I say that's the one that's going to have to be spaced out a little differently. But cross that bridge here in a second. It seemed to work good, so I was just trying to repeat that. Nice even coat on there. Not sure. Okay. Well, seems to be sticking. Now this one, I'm going to go about like that. Give it just a little bit of leeway between the bottles there. I think I stand by my decision. I may regret once we put the floor in if it has clearance issues down at the bottom, but so far I think this is the easier way to go. And a little pressure. Okay, excellent. Humming right along. Let's move around here where I got a little more access to it. We got our outlines there, so you're there. Looks like no. Fancy outlines. Yep, that's the layout of them. So I'm going to start at the top and work my way towards me. I think seems like the logical way to go. Not that that's ever meant anything to me. Alright, now, lady. Now, which one went to the bottom? Looks like this guy is supposed to go there. Let's say these are the same frame, so I don't think it really matters. Okay. That's really nice and even all the way across. I found. There we go. I think. I missed that one a little bit, but I think it's going to blend in, I hope. Here on the edge is where I really want to make sure I get fairly good lined up, most visible. And then one more. Okay, that is all for those pieces. Now we bring out, go a little bit wider here. Here we go. I hope that's not visible on the front. Let me take a peek in the back. It is, so let me. For some reason I thought that was going to be obscured, or I didn't notice that it wasn't colored on the front too. I got the sides, but not the front. I don't know that I ever looked. I just saw this part was painted, so I just assumed they went around the front on it. Okay. Now, drops in right down there. It's not as tight as I'd like it. Probably okay, but I'm going to drop in some of the old B7000 to just make sure, just a couple of drops on each tab here. Just tack it in place basically. Okay. Now, I can sort of set you here. This is where, if you buy the a music box for it, that's where you mount it. There's a knockout right there for it, and it almost fell out, so I went ahead and just ran a piece of tape along the back. That'll be on the inside that nobody ever see. And there was like a little arrow there that I colored in with a black marker, so you sort of obscure it. But then, let's see, actually, this guy goes in. That is definitely not going to need the glue. It is very snug. It said put that in after you put it in the building, so I'm glad I did that first. And then this guy, see how y'all feel. I think that one's tight enough to hold it. Don't believe it's going anywhere. Alright. Oh, darn, it's supposed to go in the bottom holes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Had a 50-50 chance and I missed. There it goes in the down here. Also pretty snug, so I don't think it's going anywhere. And those are on top of each other. So I'm gonna just pop a little glue underneath here, just a little bead there. Knocked it out of whack. Back in. That's on top of that. Got the glue in there and over there, so hopefully in a minute or two this will be set up solid. While I fiddle around with some other pieces. Let's see. Okay. Got some spacers here. Let's see here. How do I get this? Okay, so this goes back and locks into this wedge here. Yeah. Hold it down in addition to the glue. These go with our little notches to the front. Very snug. Not going to have to worry about these going anywhere either. Okay. Oh, we got focus down there. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Now, lights are working. Let's see how this. Okay, so we take our center. I don't know. Okay, there's slots there, so we got feet slots there, so it goes in. That's how it goes in, and then into our notches on our tabs we just dropped in, I think. Yeah, that's good. One side's good. I can't see from any angle here. Let's see. Okay, there it goes. Little extra up, and then down into our notches. So those guys pop right in, and then supposedly. Are separate. Try and keep them sort of out of the way. You could have pulled the plug there, but I think it'd be more trouble. It's worth to plug it back in here in a second. So drop you all the way through, and then get out our teeny tiny screws back into it does not like one second, it goes the other way because there are, I guess these little there's notches there, so it does. I must have put this piece on upside down, but it shouldn't matter on this part as long as it reaches the front. Yeah, because that wire is independent. Then we're just going to end up tucking that underneath the floor here, so that should be okay. And get our Lazy Boy 3000 screwdriver going. I was already prepared to tear the bag open, but I managed to get into the divider. Okay. Now, I like this screwdriver, but I wish I'd read the reviews. that the reviews were very clear. It was a nice screwdriver, but the torque is not there for it. And I do like it. I really like the casing. That is, I think I'm on. Yeah, I was on the max torque there, and it's still bogging down. But also, I don't think it's meant for woodwork. It's more for mechanical computer work, I think. But you still think it'd be more than that. Okay, let's see here. Where'd my... This is not a tremendous amount of torque here. Okay. I got it in place. Back up. And somehow, oh, there it is. I was going to say, somehow I missed one of the biggest pieces. No, I didn't. Just had it in the wrong place. But lamp number 3. Assuming, okay. There's supposed to be 5 of them. Stretch them all out here, see what we got. So, 1, 2, and looks like 1 is the shortest, 2 and 3 are the same length, and 4 and 5 are the longest. I don't think that's accurate. Let's see here. Okay, so that should be 4 and 5. Maybe not. Okay, so those should be 4 and 5. Okay, so these two same length, so okay. Back to, so either one of these guys goes out the front over here. Back to my page. Okay, so I'm going, looks like, okay, so that won't reach all the way to the back. I got my number 3, actually, right there. Okay, here's our sheet of stickers. So these guys, 4 and 5 go up there. 1 and 2 over here in the corner. I need to make sure I've got enough slack for 3 to get back up, but it doesn't take much. So I'm gonna go, yeah, I think 3. The 3 is going to be plenty long enough. It's got to go. It's just got to go right back about here. So plenty of slack on that. I think I'll go. Okay. Okay. Now I got to figure out which. Where's my? Got a zip tie. I'm just going to put zip tie around here. All these guys work together and keep that one off on its own. Okay. Alright. Oh, this on, they're saying basically here in the corner. Take it in. Okay. I think that feels about right. It's going to be, it will go below the floor. There's a floor right there. It's going to be able to go below that. This guy, that supposed to come up through there, according to the picture. And now we put our, I've got something, I painted these white because I've got a plan. I don't know if it'll work or not, but it's worth experimenting with. Okay, so that goes, we've got a notch cut out for the wires to come up like that. Okay, there you go. We're going. Coming out the notch, stays in place. Got my one guy up here. Bracing down on the spacers. All right, excellent. And now, I think. Okay. Actually, it does say to take our longest ones, and they get another piece of tape up here towards the top. So these two are going to go here, and this goes up into the roof. So I'm becoming a believer in this tape now. So it seemed to work really good there in the bottom. Those guys neatly lined up there. You guys are ready to go there. Okay. Now, bring these guys in. I also painted these white because I said I want to see if I can make something happen. This and a little step going. You go into the notch that I tried to use earlier. It's also got the space not cut out for the wires there, so I'm going to be able to maybe put a zip tie underneath that. It's going to be obscured either way, but there it goes. Oh, come on. Ugh. I thought the other one was snug. This one was real snug. There we go. Now we got our second step in. Okay. Now, that's the bookcase. So we're ready for this guy to go in. It's going to go in like so. The wires are going to be hidden behind that. Tape, everything's going to be hidden. Yeah. It does. Nice and flush over here. Big and strong. Okay. Okay, I think I will stick with the B7000 on this because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to leave this flat for a little bit. So just run me a bead right there, and a couple there. You guys in. I say it's slotted right in there, so it's nice and flush against the wall. That wall, and the back wall, and the floor. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised how well that fit. Usually there's a little wobble in them, but this like I say, it's squared right up. Okay. Now, this is going to be fun. Let's see here. You go like so, together. And I colored the wrong side in. So let me go back and hit this guy. I'll just use a Sharpie on this because it's a little bit. The giant Sharpie, King Sharpie, I think is what they call these. Okay, so this is that way. That one there, the notches. Oop. Tabs go at the bottom. These guys pop in. Okay, no glue needed on these. Okay, and then we go. Okay, so these little cutouts are for our wires to run through. So, actually, that's the part I'm not looking forward to. Get my tweezers ready. I'm sure I'm going to need them. Okay, so you're going to go in that slot. Pull it over. Going into the top one. That one I think I got the flexibility to get into. It's the bottom one I'm really worried about. I think I'm going to have access to the top one to. Okay. Actually, the top one dropped right in where it was supposed to go. And that not quite all the way down. Alright. This one's wide enough to get in there. A little pressure on this. Hold you in place. And I'm going to, I got a crack there. I'm going to throw the super glue in there because the wires have gone where they're supposed to, strictly by accident. I wouldn't dream of taking credit, so I'm just going to tack it, use some super glue up in this very top corner there and just tack that one in place. Just ever so gently, I hope. A little bit, just add behind each side. And easy. All right, well, that's. Like I said, that was pure accident. I would not dream of taking credit for it. Okay, so evidently this lamp is supposed to just be Okay, so it's just supposed to be right there in the open, so I'm probably gonna loop it up. It goes underneath our bookcase. Right here. I don't think I can force it back in. I was worried about not having enough. Okay, it's gonna, maybe. Nah, it's springing back out. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna tape it down underneath our bookcase and sort of tape it up here, because this is, like I say, this is the far back corner. It's kind of gonna be visible. Stay fighting against our glue there. Let me get a little more pressure for a second. Maybe. Okay, so I guess I'll just, well, see if I can. Get you out of the way. Just that's actually about where they show it in the picture. So I think I'm just going to leave well enough alone. Excuse me. And then this one, the clock we made last night gets mounted here, and this is supposed to be in the middle of that. So there's this got some wiggle room. I'm going to do something like that with it, take up the extra space, loop it around. This one, it's sort of in the middle of it. This is most of this tape I've ever used. So let's try to bring you around. Like so. Got you pretty well centered on that little circle there. Okay. And speaking of the clock, it's time. Alright. For some reason, the Detective Famous Agency has a Western rifle and butterflies on the wall. Okay, and clock goes on. So, yeah, that's gonna work. So, a little bit of glue. Sort of spread it everywhere, I think. Yes. Right where I grab it with my fingers. Alright. And there, and circle, and pressure. Big surface area, so I'm just going to keep going around pressing for a few more seconds. I don't think it's going anywhere. And definitely bright in the inside of the clock, but it does not diffuse the light that much. What different colored lights are there? No, they're all yellow. Okay. Actually, lay you down this way. Oh, take the clamp off because we're supposed to spread our butterflies sort of here and there and everywhere. Looks like, as well as lost my rifle. The rifle is supposed to go here in the corner. I think help to camouflage the wiring, maybe. Oop. I'll just, oh, too much glue. Didn't know what I was thinking there, so I just put it right there. Plop the rifle down in there. Spoke too soon. Okay, plop the rifle down in a little pressure. Alright. Like I said, just has just butterflies flying everywhere. I'm not sure. I spilled some super glue there, so I'll just plop the butterfly down in it. Pressure on it. There's some on the clock as well, so why not? Down there, big boy down there. It looks very similar to the one I made, that Temu build from a few weeks ago. Here. You already do two at once. I've of course already forgotten the name of the butterfly. And now I'm wishing I'd colored that inside of that shelf in. I bet I put that on backwards. I bet it is supposed to be faced the other way. Yes. Matter of fact, I'm sure of it now that I say that out loud. And maybe one on this side of the clock too. Alright. Butterfly's complete now. And you back up because it is time for our filing cabinets to go in. Is that what they call it? Yes, cabinet, yes. Just go there. And that is going to totally obscure the light. Hang on, let's take a look at that real quick. Is that going to allow any light out of there? Not really. Okay. I'm going to turn the light back down. Sitting to the side there, I think. I think that'll provide enough light back here. Because we got the overhead lights are going to be coming down too. So I think that'll work. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, just a couple of beads across here, maybe 3. That's a pretty good surface area there. And one on the bottom. And just ease you in there. Push our light out of the way. against our little bookcase there. Fits right in there nice and snug. Love it. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Can I leave that stuff alone while I mess with this other stuff? Let me take a look. Yeah, I can do... Actually, I think I can. Let's see, got my glue escaping on me again. Clean that nozzle up. Okay. We got these guys to put in. Got us a light fixture and some papers. And there's, I'm trying to remember where'd they go. I thought they were here. No, I may have jumped the gun on that. I think these are, yeah, these are not quite ready for this. Gotta put the rest of our furniture in first. So, but do need the light fixture and the ladder. So it goes here, between the gap and the paintings. So, and then our light fixture, got a outline up here for it. Oops, missed one. Okay, obviously, I don't think obviously got to do super glue for the light fixture. Nice surface on it for it to stick with. Let you. Okay, so I got you there. Like I say, our ladder. I will actually bevel these. I'm going to take that, hopefully, gives a little bevel on that to give us a slightly more surface area on it. It's a pretty steep incline, so it doesn't need much. Go. Yeah, I think that'll work. Alright. I'll go back to the B7000 because I'm going to give this a break. I'll make sure and give this other stuff a chance to really get set in. Here. Okay. If that works. Let's see if there's anything else I can do while I'm waiting. Okay. Looks like our corner desk is supposed to go in, and our chair as well. That can go. It goes right in front of our door here. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, this goes in. Like so, it looks like. Okay. Interesting that they put that little detail down at the bottom. Is that? What's this outline for us? Well, I don't. Am I supposed to leave a gap there? I'm not sure. Maybe so. It does sort of, it lines up there, don't it? So, yeah, I think that. Okay, so we are supposed to leave a little gap there. I guess that's sort of for the light effect, probably. Okay. definitely gonna leave this one alone to dry. Okay, I don't have much. Okay, so I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna try to go all the way around this thing on this one. Get all the surfaces. Mm-hmm. All right. Seems like that's what we got. Now this is supposed to go in, I guess like so, sort of little catty cornered. I guess maybe more that way. Okay. So I guess hit the feet. Let's get it out like that. Let's see, where am I? I'm actually going to be able to keep going here. All this stuff is going on the surface. Now we're ready for our that one and this one. Not sure. Yeah, these are coming next. Okay. We'll get our. Okay, I'm going to. Yeah, this is going to go. This guy. A box of books. Go right there. And then our rolls of scrolls or whatever go in front of it. Pops right in under our shelves. And supposedly that's when these go on. Well, we've also got these things. So I'm going to put these in first, then I can scatter. Those just scattered all over the floor, evidently. Okay. This guy to go in like this to hide our unfinished sides. So. And up there. See, leave a little gap here, so I'll line it up with our desk-ish. And same thing. I'm just going by the sides. Just want to make sure the sides are showing that are good. That one's not lined up good, but I think at this scale, I think it'll hide it. Just keep you all lined up. And then, okay, actually, yeah, we're going to be able to keep going. I thought I was going to have to stop and let that dry, but we're about to move on. Once I get done with these things, I can move on to I can set this aside and keep going on the other side, our other wall. So that'll be good. Let's see, how many of these things have I got? That's the super glue. No, that might be the V7000 wipes off easily. Super glue doesn't. That's super glue. Yeah. Let's see here. Where's my? I think I can get it before it gets too set in right quick. I think it's too set in. I'll have another character building stain on my leather now. Okay. No. Okay, so I don't even know how many things I've got. 13 of them, okay. That's just, like I say, they're supposed to be like all over the floor everywhere according to the picture. So I'm just going to do 13 dots and go from there. Let's see if I can hit them all now. Geez, sort of tucked under the ladder. They're sort of leaning into Holmes's bohemian side. Or maybe somebody else in the office got ransacked while it's going through the files. Choose your own adventure. Scattered everywhere over the floor. And like I say, that can set aside for a minute and rest. Put this guy back up while I'm thinking about it. And now bring out this wall. Okay, got more stickers to put on. Sort of the same thing as the first wall. We just got the shapes built in here. We just gotta stick everything in place. This goes with these guys. And over here. And I got you upside down, so let's see here. Let's see that you sort of see the outlines they've provided all over the place. So we're just okay. The map goes up here. Clue goes here. Dartboard here. Cool rack here. And our lanterns right there. There'll be 3 of them. Right there. This guy goes here. Okay, there's a 3rd one there for the lantern. This guy here. And then these guys get mounted over here on here and here, and this is going to end up on top of the, yeah. So, cool. Oh, I got notified. Okay. My watch thinks I should take a minute and meditate. Okay. So, let's start off with this. Let's see. I did it the other way that first time. Let's just get some on the board this time. See how that goes. Of course, the most fragile one that I'm more likely to break things off of is the first one I put on. And world map up top, yeah. World map up top, so that's a both edges maybe, and some in the middle. Got Antarctica down, yep. And our clue board also solid back, so that's should be easy enough. seals or crests or whatever these are here. Okay. And okay, our hat rack. I thought this was going to go down on top of something, but it is going sideways. Not sure how they thought we'd be able to apply pressure to this. But on this one, I am going to put the glue on that part. Coat on that end. Maybe I won't get myself. Okay. Now, I think I'll do the lights first, and then I'll work on the chalkboard. So, here, and there. Let's see. Way too much. Also way too much. Not cleaning my brush off good enough. Alright. Now, let's see. These guys. Alright. Like I say, this guy just goes on top of those two Alright. Sort of floats above the clue board. Okay. Okay. Now that's where we're at so far. Looking pretty cool. This is where we get into more paperwork. These two just go on to our chalkboard. Uh-oh. Supposed to put... Okay, it'll be alright. One of the lights goes behind that chalkboard, but there's room to run it through there. Yeah, it's big enough to get the LED in there. But otherwise, first off, I'll get two of them go on the chalkboard. Which way is up on that thing? I think like that. They're both the same fixture, just different sizes, so I'll put one of them is going to be right. I'm going to write at least 50% of the time. And then these guys, I think there's just 5 or 6 of them. They're supposed to sort of go under here. Now I'm going to be right 33% of the time, or 66% of the time. Okay, now I think before I go any further, well, first thing I'm going to check to make sure I was right about that LED fit through that slot. I think it will. Pretty skinny one. Yeah, okay. So that's good. So I'm going to give those a few minutes to, like I say, let that glue set up, and I'll work on the editing while it's doing that. And I'll be right back, and we will put a wall on and a roof on, and we will be wrapping this thing up. So right back with that. Okay, we're down to brass tacks now. Everything is in frame now, so this is all we got left to do, basically the roof and the front. Once we pop this guy in place, so let's slide you. Okay, have this coming out the front. Now the hard part is going to be that one right there, this top, because that's the one it's sort of sagging a little bit. So I want to try and make sure and hit that one first, and then hopefully everything else will go into place. It's not though. Okay. I can go in from the bottom maybe. Yeah. There we go. Looks like. Looks like it's lined up. Let's see here. I don't want to push. Okay. You just have to push a little harder. Okay. Something's not lining up. Okay, this is not lining up here. Okay. There we go. What was that? Okay. And all right. Looks like all together seams are all pretty good. I'll push through there. Good down here, maybe a little. Okay. All right. There we go. That's what we got. And now this, like I said, it's supposed to go in through there. Looks like it's supposed to shine light back on the desk there. I think I'm going to have the front going up. It's going to be going up the sides, so I think I can get away another piece of tape. Just run that right there along that edge there. Just hit the tape. Not going around the side, but on the front lip here maybe. Yeah, there it goes. Honestly, it's going right there, but it's not going around to here. And then, yeah, and that is going to shine some light back. Well, no, it's not, because it's got the. Need to get you down below. There we go. Below, make sure it gets below the clue board so it lights up in the back there. That did a good job, yeah. Okay, so that part's done. So we just got these two lights back here, the roof and the front to go. Looks like. Okay. So what's next? Okay, put the front on first. So we got our Neo. It's clean. You've got it covered, I promise. She sits over there for like 15 minutes scraping litter around her litter box. Okay, so that's like that. Looks like got our sensor going, got our wire hid over here. Now, I think, okay, I'm going to run a bead along here of the B7000, then up here a couple of dabs of the super glue. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? So, like I said, just run my bead, hold it down on the bottom part there. It's ready to drop in at a moment's notice. So pretty up here. Just not all the way up to the corner, but maybe a ½ inch, a couple of centimeters, whatever floats your boat on that. super glue so I can hopefully line it up. Just pop you down in there. And these guys up. And a little bit of pressure. Just a little second. Hopefully, maybe 15 seconds on this one since it's going to be structural. Looks like the bottom did not stay in like I was wanting to, but I got time to fix that after the fact. And that side is not. Yeah, okay, it's bowing out a little bit. Okay, so I think I'm okay. What I'm gonna do, I've got that long enough. No, need another one. Okay. Just make sure these guys stay down and back. These guys. Not a whole lot of pressure, just want to make sure that stays down in that corner. These guys look good up here, and I can work around that, working on my roof, I think. Okay. So we start off with our cross members. Three of them, 3 different sizes, and we got notches for them here. Okay, they're going down to those things, so we go, looks like shortest at the front, longest in the back. So they line up, set them down on their peak. It tells us which one's which. So you're gonna go here. I'm almost tempted to leave that without glue because that was actually pretty snug. I'll probably yeah, it's firm enough where I'm gonna use the super glue, I believe. I think it'll be those guys all lined up really nice. Excellent. Okay. I think I am gonna just put a dab of super glue in the bottom of those things and let it ride. I don't think we need any structural help on it. You go all the way at the back. Neo is back, but she's not going to her litter box. I don't know what she's doing. She's your typical cat. You never know what she's doing. This one. Oh, those guys are not going anywhere. Excellent. Now, back wall gets the solid one. Not sure. Okay, it goes on the. Okay. It just goes flush to this back Yeah, so it's going to be one of these. That looks, yeah. Whoops. Where'd you go? These clamps in the way, so I don't have a lot of mobility on them. Okay. So I think stick with the old super glue. I'll just wrap it over those guys. And that ought to be enough to hold it in place. And also give me enough room to line it up from the middle so I'm flush and bring the pressure down on it. I think. Yeah, it's the wires are clear. Let's keep them out of that super glue. Although that's where it's going to end up, so I don't guess it matters. Alright. Back one on. Now we got our doodad. Together. Another wire hiding device. I think that's what that's for. It says oh, okay, yeah. Use that way. Okay, there's a. I wish I'd seen it before. There's an outline there. It would have been easier to do before you put it on. But it's just like an outline for the. Just like on the side walls. Yeah, right. Right there is. Don't know where to put the. That's yeah, we want the three side coming forward, so we glue on that. Yeah. Like I said, if I'd looked ahead, I would have done this before. Nice even coat all the way down. Definitely would have been easier to do with the roof not in place. Back there. Okay. That's little wires to be hidden in, like there. Okay. Now, yep. We bring these out of the side. And both wires go through this one. And these are plenty of wires left over. I wonder if I can. Yeah, I'm gonna have to double it up or something through here. So which one's the longest one? I can't. Okay, so this one is slightly longer. But let's go here. Trying to see. I have to something like. Okay, so I'm going to tape this one in place here. And then try and figure out a way to wrap the other ones, the loose up on it. Okay, so just on there. I got this much to spare. You're coming through there. Okay, I'll put another piece of tape back here, I think. Holding them in the trough there. Maybe just gang them together with the tape. I think that'll. Okay, I think that might work. I wrapped them and then taped that way. So I gotta figure this out. I'll just wrap it like a few. Okay, so I got that mass and okay. That should do the trick. So I keep it up in the loft or whatever you want to call it there. You sort of the same thing, but onto this one. Right, that's where it goes. Oh, I say it goes. No, it's supposed to go all the way up front. So this goes to, actually it's supposed to go to like here. Maybe it's, is it just sort of, okay, I'll put it doesn't it doesn't say. This one, the picture just has it hanging off here into the wild. So I will I'm going to put the roof on, and then you put the front face on last. So I'll glue it to the top of, I'll tape it to the top of the roof once I get that, everything else in place. So that best idea I can come up with. So I'll run you through there and just tape over top of that crest. And this one, I think we'll be all right there. Oh, that going through there, got going through there. Now, getting down to it, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces left. So, first things first. Let's see which picture is not good enough to tell. I can't see which end is which. Hook you back into the off there. I've got this little slot there, I can't tell which end. There doesn't appear to be anything that goes through it. Okay, I can't tell if it's this way or that way. Okay, I think it's this way. I think I see this little curl thing. It's a real dark picture, but I think this goes. Oh, I did. Just saw it did cover some of my hole up here with my tape. So let me cuts on there and it should pop through. Okay. Yeah, I see this little curl. I think I see this little curl thing back there, so that's where I'm going. Whoop. I think I just broke my. Yep, broke my roof free. Very snug as again. Not enough. Okay, there it went. I may end up, I think, yeah. Okay. Before I get too far, I'll run a bead underneath there to say sort of the perils of using super glue is it's crispy. Okay, so get you back on there, lined up. Spin you. So this one, this side's same problem. I'm gonna move the roof around as I push it in. There's so much stuff here you can't get a good grip on it. Let's see if I can run. Okay. There we go. Get you back in place. Yep. Alright. Like I say, we got this cover is going to go on the front. I think that next. But I want to take care of my light before I do that. And this may have been a bad plan. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, because I think I can let go of these now. They're getting away enough. Now my wiring is very visible back here. Thought that was supposed to go down onto it, but still not much obscuring it. Okay. So there's no way to draw it back at this point either. Even, before I put the roof on. So I think I'm just going to have to live with that big white wire out in the middle of everything for this one. It's the same up here. So much extra. Have near enough. Okay, actually that's. Oh yeah, but I got that trough back there. Okay, but I can. Okay, I'll just get it gathered up here. Get the last piece of tape from a sheet on there. Sort of gang it up and hope for the best. Got that lattice work there. I'm going to sort of wedge it into, maybe. Back. Okay. Now, ease that guy back in place for the umpteenth time. And then the front here goes on. Not gonna. Ooh, this is gonna be ugly. Okay, let's get one side in. Nope. Yep. Lift it up and do it. Okay. Now, pops back in. That. Sort of forces that to line up. Okay. That's got that overlap. That's what broke off, is that piece on this side. I think I can probably get that back in. Now we got our roof bit. Let's see here. You go between the front and back side. I think you can go without glue as well. It doesn't seem to be, seems to be pretty snug. Got a little bit of a gap here, but I don't think it's gonna, I don't think glue would help that. It's just that tight. But alright, that's our roof in place. Hopefully that glue will dry. Now, last three pieces. Turn on the lights here for this, I think. That's, Right. Let's see here. So, one of these books goes over here in the floor, then open, I think. This one seems to be more inclined. I don't know if this seems to be more inclined to being splayed out and fanned out. So I'm going to put you there. So, seems to be another of those things would be easier to do before we put the walls on. I would just super glue on both sides. You down. Hold you down. Let's sort of fan those pages out a little bit. And this guy's just supposedly sitting back here like that. But that seems like a waste to me. So I'm going to do you like that. Sort of have the pages popping open for us. There, and now our little attaché case. As I was saying before I ran out of time, our little attaché case sort of goes over there on the side below our chalkboard. So, just a glab of glue on there. And I think you're just there to sort of break up the monotony of that wall. Okay, but that is it. Aside from putting this piece back on, which I'll do later. Let's dim her down and see what we got light-wise. Nice yellow lights. Motion sensors. That, yeah. I think the lights are almost too bright. I guess you're looking down from the. They're shining right in my eyes from the roof on this one, so it may not be as. It looks a lot better on camera than it does in person. And from me looking at it like this angle, it looks a whole lot better. Yeah, that's sort of got all the light sources everywhere. Plenty of brightness. Show all the details. Yeah, this is a good one. Little fiddly there on the end. Nothing. I was like, like you'd expect, lots of books, and I don't. Get a little dimness on here. It's one of those things where all those books that we glued together could have easily been just wrapping a piece of wood. It sort of seems a lot of work for such a small detail. Now the lights won't come back on. Maybe it timed out too many times. Okay. But what else they got? Very nice details. I like it. Fun little build. Went a little bit longer tonight than I meant to, but I'm glad to be done with it. We will start up on our Christmas decor tomorrow. Like I said, I've got. If you stuck with me this long, you deserve to get a preview of what I've picked up. I'm looking forward to doing this one. See if I can get over to it. Clean the way. Unfortunately, it was on top. I saw this and thought, this is just something I needed. But Rolife came out with a Christmas tree. It's got evidently a train at the bottom, music box. 319 pieces. What are we looking at? Difficulty-wise, I usually put that on the back. Was it on the front and I just missed it? No. Huh. Well, they usually put that on there. But, yeah, but like I said, this came up on my timeline and I thought, that's a good looking, Christmas tree, Santa Claus, trains. Plays evidently Jingle Bells and Deck the Halls and We Wish You a Merry Christmas. This must be a digital one. This must not be a wind-up one. So that's cool. I do like the thought of that. Hadn't seen rocker with gold baubles, or Rolife, same company. But yeah, but we'll start up on that tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not a huge Christmas fan, but I like Christmas. Who doesn't like Christmas? And but I say that was this one. Oh, I forgot about the light in the clock. It shows up pretty good too. It's like almost too bright. Barely seeing the butterflies back there at the very top. But anyways, there we go, folks. That's all for that one. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time. Yeah. P.S. I am fixing this right now while I'm thinking about it. Alright, popped right in. That's what you want to see. Alright. That should get us fixed. Now, see you tomorrow.